Welcome to another episode of Chris McBride Reacts. I got the homie David Macon in the building.
What's
How you
going
doing,
on?
Noop?
What's going on, brother?
Appreciate you stopping through, Noop. Got a good one in the building today, man. Got a banger for y'all. We checking out Kevin Samuels. Now I know a lot of y'all is automatically thinking that we talking about the women on this one, but if y'all did know, he actually had a long period of time where it was like 3.5 to 4 years where he only talked to men. And so we about to check out some
Okay. Yeah,
that
you
content.
already got my attention. Like I didn't know he got my attention. Let's see what this all about. Hey, I ain't gonna talk to dudes, bro.
Hey, we about to get it started. Shout out to Kevin Samuels.
Speak.
Thanks.
Basically, a lot of us are reasonable facsimiles of the lie our mothers and church pumped us out to be. No, dude, you're your own responsibility, David Little. It's not your mother's responsibility. It's nor the church's responsibility. It is 100% on you.
Thanks.
You are a grown man and responsible for yourself. After 18 years old, nobody owes you anything. You're responsible for yourself, David Little. I'm 38 and I'm an incel, and I wonder why my success rate as a salesperson is greatly affected, or the fact that I can't relate to other married men. Call in, David, because I would say a lot of you incels are entitled. You're entitled and you think you should get more than you're worth, and especially when it hits millennial. Incel and millennial is synonymous. I don't know any incel. Very rare do I find incels in Generation X. There are some. But here you go. Don't ask questions. Let's talk about it, because
I'm not necessarily sure what he means.
Just so we all on the same page.
If I had to, and maybe he was in the earlier part of the video because I did jump a couple minutes ahead, so that could be on my error. But from the little bit of what he's saying, for what I can deduce, is maybe just somebody that probably just keeps to himself and don't really go out and be in the world and interact with a whole bunch of other people.
Okay,
Probably just
okay.
socially awkward, and
That makes sense.
you know what I'm saying? That's the only thing that I can kind of like infer from that. What's your thoughts on it?
I don't know. I think I was getting from it like a person that is failing in life, or somebody that's like not progressing. So incel. What I got from it, and I have to sit back and think about it for a second. That's the opposite of excelling. So if you ain't excelling, you incelling. So you going backwards, or you doing bad, or something going wrong. So that's what I was getting from it. And even if that is what it is, I just want to make sure everybody,
No, we on the same page.
Yeah,
Facts.
yeah.
Let's see if he ends up providing some clarity.
men, when I coach with men, I work with men who have gone from incel to relationship, gone from incel to wife, beautiful wife on top of that, and this dude's a little bitty, fat, pudgy ginger. See, I laid the groundwork on why it's difficult, but there have always been beta males. There have always been socially awkward dudes. What are you gonna do about it? Johnny Blaze, what do you got? Oh, Sebastian Williams. You nobody wants to hear what Sebastian Williams has to say, right? This is the same guy that was on last night complaining about the white man. Everybody, let's look. Everybody go to, hold on, Johnny. Hold on. Let's go to Sebastian's page. Sebastian is the guy who told everybody that they need to stop being wimps, take care of the kids, and compete. This is the guy who says he needs to compete, but he's not competitive. But then I go to his page, and I got Overwatch, and I got warning 16 plus. What kind of freaky shit are you looking at, Sebastian? Let's look. What kind of stuff you looking at, Sebastian? The hell's going on with Sebastian, man?
What's your thoughts, bro?
I mean, 16 plus. What type of warning is that, though? Straight up, like I'm gonna let Like, bro, keep going, but what?
You feel like his criticisms on Buddy is justified. Like he sees
Yeah,
Buddy
yeah,
seems
yeah. He ain't
suspect.
saying nothing.
This is the dude from last night. This is what's on his page. Warning, 16 plus.
Yeah, I don't know what 16 plus.
Huh. Notice how mad he sounded last night?
Oh my god.
Because I asked him, you have a girlfriend? No. He ain't get none of that. That's why he can worry about the dude worrying about white supremacy. Let's show that again. This is the dude that was talking all this stuff about white supremacy and the white man. This is the dude that was in Philadelphia saying it was the white man's responsibility. This is what he got on his page, y'all. You see why I told you he's full of shit. See,
long time ago.
Exactly. Think as a man, because if you're talking about all these red pill spaces, we're supposed to be men. You,
I don't.
Medical educator. This is this dude. This is him. This is his page. This is Sebastian Williams. That's him right there. Notice he ain't said nothing. See, you incels like this, I got no sympathy for. Because you're angry. And his misdirected anger. His anger, you think he would be as angry if he was able to slide up in that right there? No, he ain't said a word. Cricket ass quiet.
And I think bro gonna always say some crazy stuff like that. Is that I ain't saying he known for that, but I think he always gonna throw something crazy like a curveball into the mix.
The funny thing is though, the facts in it, the truth in the statement is like, F dude was working on himself and developing himself to the point where he was able to attract, you know what I'm saying, something that he deemed desirable that he put up on his page and all that. Would he be, you know what I'm saying, up in somebody's comments, you know what I'm saying, being a negative Nancy or a sour Steve and all that? Like,
nah,
or would he
I mean,
be?
I'm a say survey says absolutely not. I guess as a man that know that having like I guess what having a woman can make you feel like, if I can put my mind space in a space to where like it's totally opposite and you don't have a clue what it feel like, oh, it's a huge struggle to connect with the opposite sex. He might be insane. He might be crazy. You know what I'm saying? That could drive you crazy. Where you is and people comments and you just
That's, you right. Going into the opposite of not being able to experience that, that is why he angry and he over there
like that.
Come on, Sebastian.
Hey, he on Sebastian, stop. Sebastian,
come on, everybody. Throw in 99 cents for Sebastian's KY fund. Come on. Y'all help Sebastian. Because he up there in Philly. Johnny Blaze. Johnny Blaze, you got to unmute yourself.
Yes, sir. How you doing, Kevin?
I'm sorry, man, but I had to roast this dude, man.
Hey, I understand.
Punk motherfucker. Who sit there and argue with me all last night and got a whole white woman up here. Pro-black Sebastian.
Oh, is he the one? Is he the one the other night talking who really couldn't answer any of your questions? The Mr. Finance degree.
The dude that went to he was going to school for finance and gonna just all of a sudden jump out and do his own job.
Oh,
that was that dude.
Okay.
And he gonna come in and talking crap tonight, and then I'm like, I just happened to click on his page and look at what he's showing.
Sad.
I mean, at least it's a woman, but dang, it's funny. Overwatch and PS4 broadcast. See what I mean? Socially awkward incel. That's an incel. And most incels, I feel empathy for, but but that's what I don't want him to do. I don't want him to turn into these guys to where they are angry and start outward projection. So what you got for me, Johnny Blaze?
Actually, man, I just clicked on, and actually I was having a hard time.
Before he roasts his dude, I definitely agree with that though. If what we just described, the absence of a woman creates an incel, which is an angry dude that's out here just, you know what I'm saying, causing destruction, like, then yeah, like definitely get your shit together so you can attract a woman, so you can know what it feels like to be chill, be grounded and shit.
Yeah, at least know what it feel like.
Gosh.
You on YouTube, so I happened to see the Zoom room. I thought you were
you
doing
just
something
listening to the show?
I was, but hey, you know what? I appreciate everything that you do. I think you give a really good message to professional men. And I think when you did your professional piece the other night about the whole dreads and whatnot, I went back and I watched the original stream with Steve the Dean and O'Shea, and I listened to your stuff. And everybody who, well, not say everybody, a lot of folks who got on who argued with you, they truly did not, one, pay attention to what you were talking about. And when they tried to answer it, they used a bunch of rhetorical rhetoric, had no basis in fact.
Hey, that's what's up, man. Okay, I got 2 more guys on here. Hey, Johnny, I'm gonna put you back in the waiting room, but you'll still be able to hear. Okay. Well, I want to get these other guys. I got Tony and
about Kevin, he
Moto
don't give a fuck about a
G7
nigga
Play.
giving
Which
him a
one?
compliment at all. He be like, hey man, I appreciate that, but let me get to this person.
Speak up,
ask me a
guys.
question. I respect that.
Sebastian ran away. But I was all kind of Robert F. Smith. Look at who he's married to. Man, look at who's on your YouTube page. Look at who's on your playlist. Golly, that's embarrassing. All right, you got your camera on, Moto G7. You got your camera on. Did you want your camera on? All right. What's going on, man? What you got for me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. All right, man.
Hello?
All right. Tony, what's up?
Now it sound like we
Oh, hi. I just wanted to say how you've been an inspiration to me. Oh, my bad. Sorry about
Go
that.
ahead.
I stumbled across your videos, I would say like a couple months ago, and I haven't been able to schedule a meeting with you, but just hearing your motivation, I've been able to move and make moves in my life. Just wanted to thank you.
Oh, no problem. No problem. Appreciate it, fam.
And then I will be scheduling a session with you because I do have some questions. I don't want to be rude and try to ask a question even though it's your live stream.
Okay. Well, and we'll do that, man. I'm try to help you any way I can.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put Tony's gone. Let's see if Moto G played. Moto, are you ready or not?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's going on, man? What you got?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Well, I'm 34 years.
First off, I just want to commend his patience because my irritation would have been through the roof. For just
right. I mean, he looked like he kind of seasoned experience with it.
Right.
He used to trying to click people in because I noticed this audio video problem all day.
30-year-old version of himself probably would have threw an insult to niggas at this time. Like, niggas, come on, bro. It ain't that hard. Y'all gotta get it.
I'm about to say something bad regardless of what you say.
Cause I'm over here like, golly.
I've been trying to figure out what me and women, in particular.
I need you to mute the YouTube channels in the background. You're 34 years old and you've been trying to figure out what? Come on, man. Live show going on. 34 years old, and you. Oh, Jesus Christ! All right, go ahead and go to Todd. Todd, what's going on? Todd, your mic hitting on. Man, y'all need to figure out how to use.
Okay, here it comes. I'm like,
use the basic technology and stuff,
like, man. Niggas like.
See, a big part of why guys, I understand how a lot of guys get.
Yeah.
Okay, how old are you?
Say 30.
Say 30. No, is it 30 or not? You know,
30.
I can't. Huh?
30.
Where do you live? What city?
Bloomfield.
Bloomfield, Illinois?
Connecticut.
Indiana. All right, so 30 years old. Did you go to college?
I'm balancing work and college.
So you're in college now?
Right.
All right. Did you, when you were in high school, did you go to the prom?
I skipped it.
All right. When was the last time you had a girlfriend?
Sheesh, man. It's been a while, man, to be honest.
I don't know how long, man.
Shit.
Truth is what, here's the thing. Give me the truth, man, because I'm going to get to it anyway. Have you ever had a girlfriend?
Long time ago. A lot younger, yeah.
What does that mean? Second grade?
No.
I mean a real girlfriend where she claimed you, you claimed her. Y'all was out in public, going to the movies, kissing, and that kind of stuff.
I'm be honest, high school. Say that.
Okay. What high school? Are you a virgin?
Yeah.
So 34. And the last time he was in a relationship was in high school.
I think he said he was 30.
30. Oh, yeah. 30. Yeah, that was the last person that was 34.
Try to cut him. I don't know, but
give him the benefit of the doubt. That could have been, you know what I'm saying, 17. So, you know what I'm saying, at the least, 13 years ago.
Yeah.
What's the longest time you've been single in your adult life?
In my adult life, probably like damn, when do adult life start? Like at
18, I would say.
To me, my real adult life started after I got out of college. But after 18, I would say probably like 3-4 years.
Something like that. 13, it's like.
But just because I would hope, like, just because you ain't had no girlfriend, don't mean you ain't had, like, no friends or, you know, it ain't always got to be that.
I don't know, man.
Sometimes, but not all the time, you know what I'm saying? And, yeah, I don't know.
I was listening to the study, and it was talking about how women think that all men are out here having all this large amount of sex. In actuality, it's only 20% of the men that's getting 80% of the women that's out here, because women are very picky. So because we were in college and we happen to have status, we just assume niggas is out here getting, but what we really know, every nigga wasn't getting it like that. It was a small group of people who was getting it damn near all.
Like, it seemed like it was too close. And a lot of times, it's like, damn, okay, you know, whatever. But you never tried to look at it like that. But yeah, I mean,
if it was 100 dudes on campus, it was probably 10 that was really like 10 to 20 that was really like everybody else was just sitting on the sideline like,
damn, I heard.
You know what I'm saying? They might get one or two, but it was some that was really experiencing it all. So it's like, I think our experience can kind of skew what the average man experience. Because even like our friends that didn't go to college, when I talked to some of my boys that didn't go to college, they didn't have the access to the women as far as the proximity. Mm-hmm. So, you know what I'm saying? How we just got all these girls in dorms, so we can go from her to her to her to her to her. And it's just all just right there. Our dudes that didn't go to college, that just stayed in the city, they didn't have that access. So unless they going out to clubs or parties or meeting a girl at a grocery store, or, you know what I'm saying? Right. They didn't have that. they wasn't getting it like that.
It is different. Yo, just thinking back to that whole experience, being on campus, everybody walking around that motherfucker in their pajamas and all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just a whole different experience, vibe. You put you in a different space and you get different experiences.
Facts,
Just like that.
But then even still, just not even going to school, don't even just set you apart. Then you got, all right, you got the people that was athletes, or you got the people that's frats. That set you apart. Then it's tiers even within the frat. So then what are you doing within the frat that's making the hierarchy and all that stuff like that? So it's like at every level, it's
different.
It was different. And if you made it to the top of the top, yeah, you just had a whole different experience. That's what I'm saying. Everybody know our views can be
All right. So thank you. So here's the reality. Most of the time you would have learned about women and girls would have been in junior high to high school. Most guys have sexual experiences around 16 to 18 years old.
This is for you, Uncle Kev. Thanks you for address topics most men are afraid to cover.
No problem. Then you go to college to have a couple of more. But when you're at your age, it is going to be difficult to learn first up, you're going to need some coaching, some one-on-one interpersonal communication coaching, because the stuff you would have learned in the developmental years, you didn't learn it. So thing is, at 30 years old, women and men expect you to have matured to a certain point. You're still functionally you're still functionally and emotionally who you were when you had your last girlfriend. Couple that with being a virgin. Even if a woman said, let's go back to my place, at 30 years old, are you in really good shape?
Yeah. And let me know whenever you want me to stop too. If you make a point and you like, yo, let's talk on that. Or
I got you.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
was hitting.
Exercise.
Okay. Hold on. Todd, I'm gonna put you on mute. Have you ever? Do you know how? Have you been around? Female anatomy. Do you know what to do? If a woman were to say, "Let's hook up," would you know what to do? Do you know how to kiss? Do you know how to pleasure her, or would you freak out and just run away? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah.
Would you know what to do with a woman?
I mean, I know the basic stuff, man, to be honest.
All right, so these are all things you got to learn, because if you don't have any kind of confidence, see.
First off, if he asks, do you know how to please a woman? And for your response to be, well, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I know the basic stuff.
Man, that sounded tough. That was like, I know bro didn't want to say anything after. He like, yo. But I think it's interesting that he got to the root. Like, I think as men, like, if this is the case, and you're supposed to be like talking to somebody about it, or getting some type of help, or whatever the case might be, this is the type of conversation that you having. Somebody that's gonna straight talk you like that. So that's deep. I wouldn't. No, I mean, I don't know what I would have did. I can't relate, but that's interesting.
But he's giving them that good feedback too, because it's like he's right as far as those relations and those experiences that we've had that it has helped us
develop socially.
Yeah, socially and interpersonal skills to be able to deal with another human. Because being in a relationship as long as you've been in it, it's like that, and you've learned how to be. If you've never had any relationships and then you just had to hop in one today,
it's different. It's different. Yeah. Nah. Yeah. If you don't know, yeah.
It's that's why I was like,
from living in the dorms to living in apartments to being in another apartment. You know what I'm saying? Just it's knowing how to just exist in your own right, having like your identity among other people, then in the relationship, all that is layers.
Facts.
All right. Hopefully there's hope for my man. He about to we gonna fix him on the call right now.
Yep. But the interesting thing is that King Solomon in Proverbs says that he who rebukes a man in the end will have more favor than he who has a flattering tongue. So that's why I appreciate him just telling them the truth, because we all need that shocking us to get us. It's hard to see the picture while you're standing in the frame. So we sometimes need somebody to be like, nigga, you got a blemish in your right corner, my nigga. You ain't as perfect as you think.
Most guys don't approach women because you'll be like, well, what would I do if she gave me her phone number? And if we talk, and if all this happened, and she said, skip this stuff, Len, let's just go back to your place. Do you have condoms?
No.
All right, then you're not ready.
Mm.
You're not approaching life as a healthy, sexual, functioning male. You're not even prepared.
Mm.
And that's okay. But you need somebody like myself, somebody who's able to talk you through this stuff. And then you got to take it out to that world. Why? Let me ask you something. Why haven't you hired a prostitute?
I just, I don't think that's the way to go, to be honest, man.
What do you, excuse me?
I don't think that's the way to go, man. It's
why?
Like, it's like you got to get to know somebody and, going that way, like, leads into like,
Todd,
I mean,
most incels are overly romantic about sex.
Right.
I spent 3 hours talking. Todd, I talk to incels daily.
Right.
Most of you had this Disney romance. I don't want to hire a prostitute because it wouldn't be real. Well, guess what? You got to do what you got to do, buddy. You're behind.
I mean, isn't the incel thing to do to do that, though?
Excuse me?
Isn't that the incel thing to do, though?
Well, if you want to stand incel, I mean, if you want to keep jacking off every day, I mean, but why you want to keep busting nuts on yourself?
I'm saying, like, isn't the incel thing to do that, though?
To hire a prostitute?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about you. And right now we're worried about you. You don't have the confidence or the experience to even make it happen if a woman would offer you sex.
Yeah, bro.
So you got to knock these things down. You need to lose your virginity. You need to know what it feels like so you won't feel under pressure. Stop being so romantic about it. I mean, you're not romantic enough to not watch porn. You pleasure yourself. Get with a woman. Get with a professional. Learn what the female body looks like. Learn how it operates. Practice.
That's a good point that he just mentioned. If you could watch porn, you know what I'm saying, in those circumstances, if you 30 and you ain't never had sex, you socially awkward, and you don't, then, you know what I'm saying, I don't think that there's anything wrong with hiring a professional that's just gonna come and just like, this is the only reason why I'm here. There's no social, there's no social abilities that you have to have. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just get the sexual experience out the way and all that stuff like that. Now, again, you know what I'm saying? Then just go down the street on some hustle and flow and just pick up them type of chicks.
Like,
but
no crazy stuff. But I know the perspective you coming from is just like the safe, professional option that exists. Yeah, I mean it's a thing. It's definitely a thing. So
that's probably
her. You have to pay for it. And then at least when you approach a woman in the real world, you won't be afraid to jump in the saddle. But this is why guys like you need coaching, because you lived in your head so long and you have so many things crossed up that you make it so complicated to where even if a woman wanted to fuck you, you couldn't. I'm not talking about what I feel. I'm telling you what I know. I deal with incels every day. And at 30 years old, understand something. What should have happened is your father or your uncle or your older brother should have taken you to a whorehouse at about 18 years old to get you to lose your cherry. That's what the best little whorehouse in Texas was about. What was one of the things the guys used to do before they went to the military? They would take them to a whorehouse, have them lose their cherry, because you'd hate to die a virgin.
Right. Hey.
That's the best advice you're gonna get, buddy.
That'll be worse,
All right.
boy. You could.
All right.
Without being
Look
able
at
to
brothers in the
release
chat
one
rooms
time.
have to say. Remove. No, we got TFL World. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go to David Little next. Moto G7. I still can't hear you, man.
All in all, I feel like
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
How you doing, man?
That's good. Let's get right to it. I got other people
Harsh and
in the
direct, but-
queue. We'll be waiting for you for a minute. What can I get for you?
Yeah, man. I've been trying to figure out where I stand, you know, with women, man. I mean, I'm
How
not
old
an
are you?
incel.
How old
I'm
are you?
34. I'm 34.
Okay. And where do you live?
I live in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay, you're here in the city. Did you go to college?
No idea.
And what do you do for a living?
I do warehouse work.
All right. So, average guy here in Atlanta, Georgia. Are you a virgin?
No, I'm definitely not.
It's not an insult. I just had a guy who was a virgin.
No,
So,
I'm not. No,
okay,
no, I'm not a virgin.
Okay, it's not an insult. This is why I'm making it to where it doesn't matter. I just need to know where you are. So you're trying to figure out where you stand with women?
Yeah, I mean,
when's the last time you had a relationship?
I mean, that's the whole thing. I never.
You never had. So you never had a girlfriend.
I never experienced, but I had encounters.
No. That's what I'm asking. When was the last time you had a woman that claimed you as her boyfriend? Y'all went out in public to the movies and dinner and things like that, and she said, "This is my man."
That's the thing. I have experienced that, but I ain't never actually been called that. Not seriously, but they be playing.
Okay. So you've never had a relationship. All right. So
not technically, but I've been with movies.
Okay. Look, no heat, no judgment, but I got to get to the basics. If you want me to help you, I got to get to what I need to. So you've had sex though. Have you ever used a prostitute?
No, it be women I know. I've got to know her, individually.
All right. So
I've done it too.
Right. But when you have sex, normally when you have sex, how does it happen? So, because it does not happen in the context of a short-term or long-term relationship like most people. That's how most guys have sex. So how do you have sex? Is it with a prostitute or was it just a hookup?
For example, I might see a woman at the store, or I might be at a Walmart and I might get a number. I might talk, and then I might go to her house or whatever, and that's how it happened.
Chief, I just asked, is it a prostitute or is it a hookup? So that sounds like some sort of hookup, Netflix and chill.
I ain't met a girl in Walmart since I was like 18 years old.
Yeah.
I ain't putting down on it though.
What I'm getting from you
is
you're not a very clear communicator.
Yeah. It sounds like he's
okay. And there's only so far you're going to have with women when you're not a clear communicator. You're 34 years old to never have a relationship is abnormal. It's not the norm. There's something off with the way you talk to women. I mean, if you can talk to a woman and meet her at a grocery store and y'all can eventually have sex, what happens after y'all have sex? Do you ever go anywhere with these women?
I have.
Let me put it this way. Do the women, after you have sex with women, who ends the interaction? Is it the women ghosting you or you leaving them? Be honest. Women leave you. Women leave you. Women leave you, brother. Women leave you. I know it. You know it. Everybody.
He did not want to say it. I'm like, I thought he was going to say it like 3 times. He did not want to say it. I thought he was going to say it.
That's because he brings up an interesting thing in which a lot of people I don't feel spend time reflecting, which is okay, do in all of my relationships ending, is it my partner always leaving me? Or is it even on the opposite end, me always leaving relationships? I feel like that, you know what I'm saying, just spending time on that question can give a lot of insight to a person, like, because a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, especially on social media, you be looking on statuses and all it is just, you know what I'm saying, my ex did this. It's just, you know what I'm saying, the victim Olympics. But it's like, the actuality was just like, all right, well, if all your people keep wanting to walk away and everything, then it's just like, or if you keep leaving every situation, why do you keep being in situations where you feel like you gotta leave? Or why you keep being in situations where everybody keep leaving you? It's just definitely something interesting. That was an interesting
in the chat room though.
thought he went to.
So the guy who can get casual sex can't maintain it. That means there's a problem with the way you relate to people. And that can be addressed. You need to actually work with somebody to get through whatever your issues are in your head and then start becoming a more effective communicator. Because you're not a virgin. You can have sex, but you can't keep it. That's why you can't get a woman. Because in order to keep a woman interested, you got to be interesting. You understand?
Well, how do you be that though?
I can't give it to you in a 30 minute just getting to know you. I'm telling you, 34 years old, are you living an interesting life? I mean, you're 34 working in the warehouse. What are you doing that's interesting?
I mean, I like to work out.
Okay.
I mean, I like to go out, you know, places and visit places and stuff.
Okay,
you know,
what are you doing that's interesting? I mean, I'm in Atlanta, you in Atlanta. You see a woman, I see her. How you gonna beat me? What you got to tell her? Kick it with me because I've got this to offer. I like to do this, I like to do that. This is what I mean. Interesting people, guys who live interesting lives have no problem with women. Not keeping them. Getting them or keeping them. All right, I'm gonna put you on, go ahead, you got a follow-up question. David, I see you.
I think he bring up an interesting point as far as the whole being interesting and all that stuff like that. And he was just like, well, you know what I'm saying, you're just working at a warehouse, what are you doing? And we got to think about it going back to when it was just an abundance back in college and all that. It was because, like, when we were talking about the hierarchy and the tiers, the higher you went, the more interesting the person was.
Yeah, what you doing or how, you know, what you involved with, you know, what organizations you in or how, you know, are you really making stuff move? That's definitely a solid point. You know, you always got to look at what you're doing before and what you bringing to the table before you trying to like tap in or connect anybody else, whether you on offense, you know what I'm saying, trying to see what's good, or just attracting it to yourself. Either way,
yeah,
you want to be solid as a man. We were talking about this a little bit the other day. The financial
discipline.
Yeah, discipline. That's what it was. Yeah, but yeah. I mean, this is just a part of it. Like, and it makes everything so much easier.
Man, let's see if he ends up continuing the conversation with Buddy. If he
You got a
talks to
follow-up
somebody
question,
else,
Moto?
let's we'll just pause this and then we can follow it up with another video at another time since we already 30 minutes in.
I can't fix it in 5 minutes. But you spent 34 years getting this way. Take some of that warehouse money and work with a professional, because if you don't learn how to become a more charismatic communicator, if you don't learn the skills to actually be able to make friends and sustain relationships.
Can I add on what you're saying?
Go ahead.
See, I didn't have none of that when I was a kid, man. I mean, I was a kid, didn't have friends. I didn't go to my
All right.
I didn't go to my proms and nothing like that.
And at 34 years old, that's your responsibility to address.
Thanks.
It's nobody's concern but your own. No one cares what you did not have. That's your problem.
Harsh facts.
That's it. I didn't have a father. That's my problem. Everybody got something. But when you're next to a beautiful woman, after you have sex, that's you gotta fix that issue. It's blood sport out here in mating and dating. It's not fair. You gotta compete.
Okay.
Or you can keep doing this. But I tell you what, it'll get old real quick. 34 is probably already getting pretty damn old. Because it sounds like you've never had a loving relationship with a woman. You never had a woman rub your head and tell you it's going to be all right. And you never had a woman. See, guys who never had a woman's love, you're missing a lot. Even the crazy stuff they want to say in these spaces.
You know what I'm
FBI women, beautiful women who are feminine.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to describe, man. I ain't trying to even be like too sentimental or romanticizing like even what bro was saying, but like functionally, I don't know, the shit just feel good.
Facts.
So if you haven't had it, get you some woman's love today.
Immediately. It's good. Expeditiously, in the words of T.I. Yeah.
Inspirational, provide a hell of a lot more than just vagina. But you got to bring that out of a woman. All right, man. Hope that helped.
All right.
David, what's going on? What you got?
All right, so we end off at 50 minutes, man.
Yeah. You know, getting booking, clocking.
So all in all, what was your thoughts, man, on the couple of interviews that we just peeped out with Kevin?
I think that those were pretty good. They was seeming very practical. He didn't let nobody really get out the phone without trying to help him. And I didn't know what to expect. I was ready to laugh, or so I thought he was gonna go crazy on some people. But I know that's not what he does specifically. He is always trying to like help people out. But I guess maybe biggest thing from it is really just confidence or like self image. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I don't even want to even go as far as to self image, but just confidence, especially with men or males, whatever, whatever. Women too, for sure, but especially as a male, alpha, beta, whatever Greek alphabet you want to be. I think confidence is gonna still be key across the board. Is confidence on Maslow's hierarchy, like towards the top? I think self actualization is
That's the
some
top
form of confidence, actually. You know what I'm saying? But I think that that's key, for one reason or another. The woman gives the man a lot of confidence in different ways, mentally, emotionally, some physical aspects to it as well.
No, that's facts. That's why they say the woman could either make a man or break a man and everything, depending on what she's on. So stay away from them contentious women. But the women that's not contentious, is beautiful, feminine, and inspirational. You definitely need them, because those are the ones that can get you through them times, man. Really provide that inspiration. Because I think we was even talking about it at another time where it's like, shoot, women are the reasons why we get everything. You know what I'm saying? Besides the stuff that we need for our craft, you know what I'm saying? Like, men are really basic. It's everything else that we get to, you know what I'm saying, to
Take care
attract
of
them.
family, have a dope nest or a dope situation for your wife or your kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But all I need is that cave part, and then I'm solid, and it can go, it's levels to it.
Facts.
You like nice things, but you know what I'm saying, it really be basic, but a woman can bring extra up out of you.
Yeah.
A lot of different ways. Yeah. It was I ain't wanna say before looking at this it's unhealthy. It's abnormal for sure. It helps a lot. I want to say it's unhealthy. Yes. I just think that
What's unhealthy
helps.
specifically?
I guess it's like just some type of interaction with women as a man. Just
yes, you need it.
Mating, some type of healthy interaction with the opposite sex.
Facts. And working on interpersonal skills and just becoming an interesting person, getting your stuff together and just really just having things to offer, because you got to think about the role that you want to play in a woman's life. And if it's, you know what I'm saying, only money, then that's not really, you know what I'm saying, you're limiting yourself a lot. Now, definitely the money is a major component, so it has to be there, but you want to make sure that you're skilled in other areas, or again, just have many things to offer. So you want to be an interesting person, you know what I'm saying? You want to have your things together. You want to master your craft or just perfect your craft. Definitely be a useful individual. So, but I think that overall that was a dope video. I feel like that it was harsh or blunt and direct to certain people, and when you're the receiver of it, it could be harsh. But in actuality, I feel like messages like that are really needed, and it's those things, like I said, with Proverbs, how a man who rebukes a man at the end will be more favored than he who flatters. So even though in the short term it causes friction when people be that direct with us, it's those times that really be having us up at night just kind of thinking, like, and reconstruction or reconstructing. That's why they say when you know, when you succeed, you tend to party, but when you fail, you ponder. And it's those pondering that can really cause people to change. So yeah, I thought it was dope, man. And he do get wild. That was just a longer video and everything like that, but it was gonna get into when he started getting,
Right.
because he was already starting to lose his willpower throughout it to keep his restraint. So as it go on and on,
Right, he get crazy. We gotta get to that part next time for sure.
Facts.
And yeah, we'll get into some more interesting content. I enjoyed this.
Definitely.
I'll definitely be down to hop on again with you, my dog.
Facts. Well, I'm gonna hold that next part, man, until the next time you pull up, and we'll be able to finish this video out. Well, definitely appreciate y'all for checking out Chris McBride Reacts. Tell them how they can find you.
Man, I'm most of the time I'm on Instagram. That's at TheMcMoves. Twitter as well. But yep, hit me, man. Also Decor.co. That's my marketing company. You need help building your business from a marketing perspective, putting things on autopilot. Get in tune with us. Decor.co. Check us out.
Hey, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Definitely subscribe to the channel, man. It helps out a lot. Help a brother out. Definitely appreciate y'all. Definitely bow. All right. Until then, y'all have a prosperous evening. Peace.